one of the things that's coming up for a release is we're going to be able to wrap ERC20s into 314s and be able to list them on Apex, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's what the whole call's about. So I guess we can catch you up as we're waiting. We can at least give you a rough idea of what we're doing here. You want me just to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. If you want to just give them a little rundown there.
So what we're doing, we met with 4 different projects this morning, and they all said they definitely want to do it. And what we're putting together, when we call it an apexing the token, just as a little marketing, but essentially it's just wrapping it. And we're going to have the ability for these projects to offer to their community the ERC20 token, bring it to the Apex platform, and Apex it, which is essentially wrapping it. And then from that point, they're going to have an option to be able to LP that. And if they LP it, they'll be able to receive a reward. They'll be able to stake it. Okay, so they'll be able to take that LP token and then stake it. And they'll be able to receive the Apex token by staking that. If the project wants, we will also offer single token staking as well. The return will be lower, but that's something, if they want that, they could do as well. Now, the Apex token, we're not going to release right away. So the only way people are going to be able to receive the Apex token is from our partners and from the community's staking. So it's an extra benefit for them that they get in early and can start receiving the Apex token simply by staking the liquidity of the project's token. They can then take the Apex token, and we're going to allow them to be able to LP that as well and receive additional Apex tokens. So it's what the project's gain is. It's motivation for their community to LP their token, and then their community also receives an additional benefit of receiving the Apex token. So that's in a nutshell, that's what we're trying to do here. And then we have some additional benefits from the Apex token down the road. But did I miss anything at all?
No, I think that got the gist of it there. Yeah.
So from the project's side, the only thing you guys really would need to do is maybe provide some initial liquidity, which is just be your token in an LP form. They'll be able to, so that when your community comes and wants to trade it, they'll be able to do so. But it's a kind of a win-win, because your community now can receive a benefit from holding your token and receive the Apex token exclusively, because we're planning not to launch for a minimum 30 days, and it could be more. We're just depending on where we're at that time. So that's gives some functionality of the token, which it might not have at the current point. So.
Okay, so that sounds like stuff we.
I said it a lot. It was a lot smoother this morning when I said it. You can tell I'm getting tired.
It's all good. That sounds like something we already. It sounds like we already discussed that in text when I first talked to you.
Yeah. So.
Do you have more details on like what you think the supply of Apex token is?
Yeah, so one other thing that we also, what bifkn developed was another way that you're going to be able to take, I guess better word, code, and be able to take it right to your website and put it on your website, and it'll be a link right to the Apex site for your community to click right on that link and be able to go and be able to Apex or wrap the token directly from your site. And it will direct it to your token on the Apex site, and they'll be able to wrap it right there.
Okay, so that sounds like something I've already done with Vapor Decks. It's a little different, but Here,
probably
let me
is.
send you a link so you can see.
Yeah.
They're copying us. I'm just joking.
Because I had some. I've Where is it? Partners. Products. Don't judge this site, please. It's not done. I'm not a designer at all.
That's no big deal.
So I'm taking notes, but here's the link for Vapor Decks where I've basically embedded the decks into my site.
Okay, yeah. So it's sort of like that. It's basically just a little web component that you'll be able to put in. You set a couple variables on it, and you'll be able to do sort of like what this looks like, but it's more like just the swap component, where you'll be wrapping and unwrapping your ERC20 to your ERC314 with a link that will also take you straight to the Apex website to then trade it if you want to.
Nice.
So be able to slap that right on the website, and you can direct your users and onboard people straight through that as well. And there's also, obviously, we'll show you, but there's also a place on Apex where you can do that wrapping and unwrapping too. So
Yeah,
trying to make it real smooth and simple,
Yeah.
it's really slick. I mean, the other guys really liked it. We showed it to them. I was kind of hoping that Bitbeard would hop on so we could show it. Oh, there he.
Oh, you can show it to me? It's already built?
Yep. I'm gonna be able to show it to you.
Are we waiting for Hefe to show it to me?
Oh, I can show it to you now. Anyway, it's like if he pops on, I can just show it again. It's not a big deal.
So just click on watch stream.
Yeah.
And you can make that full screen too,
Nice. Okay, so that's what would be going on our side. Is just that?
Yeah, so it's just this little thing right here that would be going on your site, and then it also has like a lot of the different wallet options kind of built into it, so they can connect whatever they want. And then this is just test tokens on the Fuji network, so don't worry about the names. But it would balls to balls 314 or whatever you want to name it, and then they could wrap and unwrap their tokens directly from here. So you would approve it for the wrap contract, and then you would unwrap it, and vice versa. And then if you clicked this link, which it's going to take to the production website for Apex right now, but that would take you to your specific 314 token, so people could come in and check the charts, check the transactions, swap, add liquidity, do all that stuff.
Nice. Now, do you have it where I can see how it looks on the site for the wrapper?
Oh yeah. So this again is on Fuji, but basically you would select it. People would see a list in here, or you would say, hey, go to Apex DeFi, go to the trade tab, click on balls 314, and there's this little golden currency exchange button here, and it'll say Apex your tokens. You click on that, and it's very similar to what you will be embedding on your website. So it would say like the same thing, balls to balls 314, convert your ERC 20 to ERC 314 with the same similar design. And people would put in how much they want to wrap or how much they want to unwrap, and they can do that back and forth here.
Nice.
Yeah, so it should be real clean, real simple, real straightforward for everybody to use, trying to keep that same aesthetic as the rest of the website, basically.
Nice.
And then I can show you also real quick. I don't know what it took to do the embed for the Vapor Decks, but I'll show you what it takes to do it for this. It's very, very simple.
Oh, it's a pretty simple iframe.
Okay, yeah. So it's literally going to be this right here, like this little component, and then this little script to go along with it. And all you do is you would put in the BAWLS token address, the Avalanche chain ID, and then the width of the component that you want it to be, and that would be it.
Nice.
So yeah.
Now, is
So
that something you're going to have it where you can just like click copy code and pull it right in?
Yeah, you'd be able to just copy this and just slap it right into your website, and it should work. Because I'm going to be hosting the web component itself on the via the Apex hosting service. So it'll all just be available.
Hey guys,
no
Bitbeard joined us, just so you guys know.
Oh, awesome!
I'm
hey
here.
man,
Sorry.
no.
All right.
Sorry, I'm late.
No problem. We figured you were on another call, so.
All flavor space. Yeah, you know me.
Oh yeah, man.
Always hustling. I like it. Well, I'll give you the quick spiel again, okay?
Yeah.
And then I'll turn it over to Bifkn and he can kind of show you. So we had a call this morning or this early afternoon with 4 other projects. And I think you're familiar with all of them. They're smaller projects, but and what we displayed to them was the ability to take their ERC20 token and Apex it or wrap it to bring it onto the Apex platform. So we after the Apex or to wrap it and it comes to the platform, what we're going to allow them to do is then either LP it to let's say the Hefe AVAX token, and then if they stake that, we're going to allow staking, and then they'll be able to receive the Apex token by staking that LP. Now, if you want, we're also going to allow single-sided staking, but that's going to be your choice if you want them to be a single-sided Hefe, and they would also receive Apex tokens. Now, we're not going to release the Apex token right away. So the only way anybody's ever going to be receiving it for the immediate future is simply by staking it. So it's an extra benefit to your community. So again, you'd be able to go to the Apex platform. They would be able to wrap the token or Apex it. Then they'd be able to stake either the LP or single-sided and receive Apex token as a reward. On top of that, if you want, it is built in that you could add an additional benefit of Hefe token, for instance, so they can receive Apex token and Hefe token. Let's say you wanted to go the first week of staking of the LP, they can receive Hefe token on top of the Apex token. You can do that. We've built it so that this can be put right on your website, so that there'll be a link directly built on your website where the user can go and click, and it'll take them right to the Apex wrapping site for your particular token.
If we wrap it, then we pair it with more Hefe, and then we will have a contract that we can just send Hefe to, and it'll spit back the 314 version that they could then trade for Hefe, I guess, right? Like, I'm just trying to. Is it creating me a 314 if I wrap it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then we would just be able to send AVAX to that, whatever we wrap, or what, or how. I'm just trying to wrap my head. I mean, I want to do it, guys, 100%. And lots of Hefe to do
I'll turn you over to
make this
maybe
happen.
Hefe. You want to show it to him?
Yeah. Let's walk through the process, because then maybe you'll kind of it'll lay it out better for you. So
yeah, probably.
yeah. So the way it would work is
watching your stream here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the way it would work is, the whole process, top to bottom, would be you give me a wallet address that you're going to use, and then I'll take the contract address of Hefe, and I would whitelist that for the wrapper factory. And once that's done, you would go to a specific link on the Apex website, which will pop up, and it'll say, the Apex token wrapper factory, and it'll show you this webpage here, and it would show you the token address for Hefe, because that's the token you're gonna create an ERC 314 from. And then you would put in the name, the symbol, whatever you want to call it, like Hefe 314 or whatever kind of naming convention you'd want to do. Same thing with the token logo. If you wanted to have like a slight variation on the Hefe logo, or if you wanted it to be the same, all this is going to be completely up to you. The main thing to watch for when you do this is the total supply. You want this number to match exactly what the total supply of the ERC 20 version of Hefe currently is, or balls, or whatever tokens being wrapped. So if you have 69,420,000 Hefe, you want this to be the exact same number, because when the wrapping takes place, go ahead.
What about minus burn amount?
You don't. If you know that exact number for sure that's burned, you can subtract that from the total supply and put that number in here, but you don't have to, because it's always going to be a 1-to-1 whenever you wrap and unwrap. So like, if 100 or if 10 million Hefe have already been burned, no one can ever wrap those tokens. So like, it's kind of like it's already burned anyways. They're just going to sit in the wrapping contract and it won't matter.
So
the easiest thing. Go ahead.
Will each token specifically say 314 at the end of it?
Only if you want to name it that way. So I wanted to leave that up to you guys on how you wanted to represent that. So if you want, you could literally put in Hefe 314 and name it that way. If you technically wanted to, you could just call it Hefe, or you could just call it balls. That's totally up to you guys, right? Like, I'm really very much about like leaving the decisions up to the project owners. So I try to keep things as open-ended as possible and allow them the freedom to choose however they want to do it. So yeah, you guys can name it literally however you want, as long as it's less than 10 characters. That's kind of up to you.
From a marketing standpoint, one of the things that I really think we should be doing is trying to get that pretty standardized, because people will probably want to put these on other exchanges as well, and it helps you get the word out. So if it's balls to 314 to balls with a 1-to-1 ratio,
right?
Then
we could just do. I'm gonna just do a Hefe.
Yeah, see, that's right, exactly. So like, that's kind of why I want to leave it up, because the people who are going to be promoting it and pushing it are going to be the project owners and team owners, and I feel like it needs to fit them as well. Yes. It's like, I do see what you're saying, and we can make that suggestion, because the only people who are going to be creating these wrapped 314 tokens are going to be the ones that we allow. So we can always give the suggestion, like we suggest putting 314 at the end of it just to keep consistency, but like, feel free to do whatever the hell you want, because it's your token. Like, it's not ours in any way whatsoever. So that's why I like to say, just do what you feels best for your project. I just, that's kind of like my, just my perspective on it, I guess.
I actually like the A call sign idea that you suggested, because it makes it where it sticks under the limit for the tickers on X.
Yes, that's true. That's a good point, actually.
So that might be the way to go, is have it be like a small A, suggest a small A, and then your ticker.
Yeah, it's like APEX Hefe, or what? Yeah, that's what you were thinking whenever you said that.
You have to start really having 6 projects.
Either that, or you could do something like just if the token address and just making them always end in 314. I don't know if that would be possible.
It's technically possible, but that is a
more work
pain in the ass.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Just, pumped up funds, they all end in pump.
Right. So. Yeah. I know it's.
Couldn't we just steal pumped up fund code and edit it to end in 314?
Because it's Rust. Totally.
Yeah, that's Rust. So like, it would take a decent amount of time to like get it all translated and figured out exactly what's happening. And I really like the idea, but I just don't know that in the end it would be worth the time right now to do that. Like, you know what I mean? It's tough
Hmm.
because all these
And just so you guys know, there's only 6 projects that we're starting off. Nobody else can, if they're not whitelisted, they can't just go do this on their own. We're minimalizing it to
Yep.
this certain projects that we're partnering with.
Yep.
Well, let's just. I think just the lowercase a. I think would
Yeah,
just.
I think that's
kinda-
great.
I think it's
Definitely.
simple. Doesn't confuse people. Oh, that's the Apex Hefe. Like.
Yeah.
Who
No,
are
I
the
like
other
it. I
4
think that.
projects?
What's that?
Who are the other 4 projects?
So it's Ballin, but they're already a 314 token, but they're going to participate in the staking side of it and everything. And then we've got Crypto Lids, the higher token. We've got I think it's Amy, the AVAX meme index people, and then we've also got Square Cat that are gonna do this to start with.
Well, yeah, no, I'm down, dude. This looks good. So we would just okay. So we didn't get past this part. So we've
Right.
made the name, the symbol, the total supply has to match what is currently the total supply.
Yep.
Trading fee, I think we'd probably just keep 0.00.
Yep.
Max wallet, probably just stick, I don't know, 1%, I think.
Yeah,
And
that's if you want. Yep. And
So
this
and then
is
once
going to be adjustable later too, just to
okay.
make sure you know that. Yeah, these are adjustable.
Oh, like it's adjustable still in the next step or what?
Yeah, after it's live, there's a dashboard here under manage.
Yeah.
You can change like the trading fee. You can change the max wallet percentage.
Okay.
All within that as well. So you could start it off at 1%, and then later on say, you can hold however many Hefe tokens you want to hold, that kind of thing. And you could always trade. The trading fee can be anywhere from 0 to 5%. So you can always adjust that as well.
And is there an option somewhere to just disable those?
Yeah, so there will be an option, like if you have this set to 25% and it's turned on, you can just say turn off max wallet. Like there's a disable button for that. For the trading fee, it's just setting it to 0% and then submitting it. And I can show.
I mean like to renounce the those functions, I guess. You know what I mean?
So
just so you
can't
couldn't change
renounce
it. Like,
those functions specifically. You'd have to renounce the whole
renounce ownership entirely.
Yeah, of the whole contract. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can do that, right?
Yes, you can if you want to. Absolutely. Yeah, that option is definitely there if you want to renounce it.
It's just in the dashboard as well, right?
Yep. I can show you that real quick too once we get to that point, for sure.
No, I think I've seen it in other videos and screenshots.
Oh, okay.
And shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
that's awesome.
So that'll be
once that's okay. So once that's done,
Mhm.
how do we make it trade? What do we got to do? Like, we're just gonna pair it with our token? We would just go to the.
So that's the part where I wanted to make sure I covered, because whenever you were asking about it earlier, I noticed like kind of the way you said it was not the way the process would work. So I want to make sure that you understand that. So what would happen is what this does, it creates two things. It creates the wrapper contract that wraps from Hefe to a Hefe and then unwraps from a Hefe to Hefe. And then it also creates the a Hefe ERC 314 token. And it automatically puts the entire supply of the a Hefe 314 token into the wrapper contract. And then what you would do is take whatever amount of Hefe tokens you want, wrap them into the a Hefe token, and then you would add the liquidity with AVAX. So you would pair a Hefe with AVAX to get the price as close to the current price of Hefe as possible and create that liquidity. And then it would then be tradable on Apex. And also people could wrap their Hefe to a Hefe at that point and vice versa. Does that make sense?
Okay, so is there any way? So let's say someone sends AVAX to the 314 contract and gets the 314 Hefe. Can they? I mean, not that they would want to, I guess, really. They would be able to unwrap that Hefe into regular Hefe that they purchased, or what?
Yes. Yeah, they could take that A Hefe that they purchased with AVAX and unwrap it into regular Hefe. Absolutely.
All right.
Yep.
That's
So
why
that
I
way,
was
like, for example,
That's
Go
why
ahead.
I was asking about doing one-to-one pairs, is because, like, for instance, on TJ, to get attention, you might want to put in a Hefe to Hefe pair that's one-to-one so that it can easily be traded back and forth.
yeah.
Because it's a different protocol, right? Like you wouldn't be able
Well-
to pair a Hefe and Hefe, right?
So that's actually the kind one of the cool things with ERC 314 is that it's 100% compatible with all ERC 20 standards. So you could take a Hefe and Hefe and make a pool on Trader Joe, and people could trade that back and forth, and it would create kind of like an arbitrage opportunity for people to make a little bit of money here and there if they're paying attention to the markets.
So what if we just didn't put any AVAX into the A Hefe and just did that?
So you could do that.
It would make it where the functionality of the send to swap wouldn't work, though.
Right. So you would in that way you'd be losing some of the like big benefits of ERC 314 because you wouldn't get the swap via direct transfers. You're not going to get the reduced gas fees for swaps that you would by using the AVAX to a Hefe pool. Because then you're trading basically two ERC 20s, not an ERC 314. It has all that extra stuff there. You're not utilizing any of it.
Yeah. No, I know. The send function is the really big difference between the ERC 314 and the ERC 20 is that you literally just click on send and send it to the contract, and you'll get the other coin back. And it costs, 0.0002 AVAX compared to whatever a trade costs. And
it's like 40-50% reduced fees comparatively to other swaps. So, yep.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah. No, I'm down to do it. I got my head around it now. Just gonna come up with some AVAX to. Now, I guess it doesn't really matter how big the liquidity pool. Well, I guess it kind of does, hey.
Yeah,
I mean, we haven't seen much for any arbitrage bots running in between 304s and regular coins, right?
Not yet, and that's actually something that we are working with someone else on. It's more of a matter of like getting the funds to acquire that bot that would work between the 314 tokens and tokens on like Trader Joe or Pharaoh. So that is definitely something that's going to be happening at some point where there's a arbitrage bot that we can set up for the different tokens that will take care of a lot of that stuff. But I can say, just watching Ballin, like they deployed some liquidity to Trader Joe, and I don't know if it's just people or if there are some people who have their own bots running, but it's doing a fairly good job between Trader Joe and Apex just kind of naturally in terms of arbitraging and keeping the price in line.
Nice.
So I think there's people who track new liquidity pairs on Trader Joe and specifically liquidity farm.
Right.
And I guess what?
Yep.
I was just going to say, and one thing to consider too about the liquidity is that we're going to be incentivizing your community to also put liquidity into the pool. So to lock the Hefe and the APEX themselves, because by doing that and then staking it, they're going to be receiving APEX tokens, which are not going to be available to anybody else but the communities that we start with.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're hoping so that's how it benefits Hefe.
It basically makes you an exclusive one of 6 wrapped at this point.
Yeah,
and it kind of makes you like an ambassador for Apex almost.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. No, you guys know that I love shilling, so I'm just trying to wrap my head around all this so I can kill it out there because.
Yeah. So
have you gone and played on the website yet?
Yeah, we could go to the next. Once you show them the next part.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that covers the deployment aspect of the wrapper and creating the new version Hefe or BAWLS, that kind of thing. Like I said, these are all interchangeable, etc. There's no deployment cost still. Like that's not going to. It's just the gas fees, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And then what'll happen is your token will show up in the list here. And this is all just testnet tokens.
Yeah.
And there'll be this little kind of golden currency exchange looking icon that the users will be able to click on. So this would say, a Hefe. They would click on this, and this would say Hefe to a Hefe, convert your token between ERC20, ERC314. And right here, they can wrap and unwrap that token back and forth directly on the website. And then whenever they convert their Hefe to a Hefe, they can come over to the swap component, sell, buy, that kind of thing. They can take advantage of all the ERC 314 benefits, and they could also come down here and add liquidity if they wanted to. And then whenever I'm finished with it, they'd be able to take that liquidity that they added and stake it to earn the APEX token.
I noticed that this has a little different screen than the normal swaps. Will it have the description box below when it goes live?
Can you say that again? Sorry, I missed it.
The description box and the socials when it goes live?
Oh, this down here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever you... Let me go back here. So whenever you create it, you'll be able to go to your manage page and edit all of the same token information. Cool. You'll be able to add all of this stuff, your website, Twitter, Discord, etc., everything, and it'll show up down here just like it does on production right now. That'll all be 100% the same.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you go to your manage, you go to a Hefe or BAWLS, go to token information, and you can change token image, etc. As many times as you want to, all directly within there.
Nice.
So then, like that, this will be the UI for people to be able to wrap and unwrap their tokens. And then the last piece, aside from the staking that I can't show you yet because I don't have the front end done for it, is this embeddable web component, which you're pretty familiar with as well, Bitbeard, because you have that D-Bridge component on the AVAX or the Hefe website.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to slap this component directly on the Hefe website, and people can come to here and wrap and unwrap their Hefe from your website, and then they'll be able to click this powered by APEX link right here, and it'll take them directly to APEX so that they could trade the token if they wanted to trade on the platform, or they can obviously do the send directly to the token contract to do their swaps as well. But yeah, this will all be available. You'll be able to add that directly to the Hefe website also.
Perfect.
Can I suggest changing those buttons a little?
What was that?
Can I suggest changing those buttons a little?
Which buttons?
The Apex and G or E.
These here?
Yeah.
Like the names of them?
Yeah, maybe, because I think that might be a little confusing. Maybe like Apex it and like unwrap it or unwrap.
So that's what,
unwrap maybe.
Yeah,
we're definitely willing to take feedback on that. We were just trying to do something that was like kind of a little bit different and a little bit fun, and that's why I put like these tooltips there so that it reads what's happening. But if you guys think this is a bad idea, I'm more than fine to change up the wording of it here.
Okay.
But you see, if you put it over that, it tells you what you're doing.
Yeah.
So right there it says unwrap your token from APEX ERC14. So it does say it.
Yeah.
We're just trying to make it fun too.
How it will work on mobile.
It should be, I think that's a good question. I'm pretty sure you'd have to long press it. Like if you just hold your finger there, it'll pop up the tooltip, as far as I know, for mobile stuff.
Okay.
But it's definitely something I can check. And on mobile, I could actually word it differently compared to like desktop also. But if you guys think that this wording here is just bad in general, I can definitely change it to like apex it and unwrap. I just felt like if I was going to have one of it called apex it, calling the other one unwrap just didn't have the same like vibes to it. So that's where I was trying to come up with something kind of fun and sort of crypto-esque, right, that people are familiar with to put there.
Yes, the only concern I have with the Ute part is that people might think that it's selling it when it's really unwrapping it.
Yeah, that's true. We don't want people to think that. That's a good point. Yeah, yeah. So I'll change it. That's totally fine. I appreciate the feedback. That's good to know because we don't want people thinking that. So. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, you'll be able to just easily throw it in your website. Got your main wallets that are people usually connect with, so should be pretty straightforward from that regard.
God, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's going to be sweet on the website. So I'm going to be able to have on our website. You're going to be able to buy with Stripe. You're going to be able to do it this way, and go, or you can. I guess we have to go to the platform to actually interact with the 3 and 4. But either way, like I'm really just trying to make there like a million different friggin' ways to get some Hefe in your bag. So
I would love to know how you did the buy with Stripe.
Through Halliday.
Yeah.
Same way Tech did it. I'm sure if you reached out to Halliday HQ and just said, "Hey, I'm a meme coin on Avalanche," it's just a couple of meetings. They got to set up their shit for you, and then it's super simple after that.
Would you mind sending me that spelling so that, because I'm not quite sure.
Yes, sir. Yeah. DM it to you somehow.
Yeah, and the other thing, Bitbeard, to interact with the 314 itself, like they don't technically even have to go to the Apex website since they can trade just by sending it to it. I mean, the real reason to go to the Apex website is one, people maybe feel more familiar using like the swap components, but then they could also see like the trading chart and they could see the recent transactions and the token details and stuff. So, but there'll be that link at the very top next to this where they can just click it and take them straight to that to the token on Apex. So
sure, yeah, by Apex, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, good deal. So yeah,
we're down 100%. So
that's awesome.
Whenever you're ready to launch that, when are you planning to get that all squared away and make it official?
Yeah, mybad. You want to cover that?
Yeah, we're shooting for next week. So
we're for next Wednesday then, or what? Do it.
Yeah, we were going to have
Wednesday or what?
Yeah, well, we could do that. We're going to have a space call with all 6 partners, and and launch it that way.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, let's do it something separately then.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
And then we're more than happy to hop back on Hefe too. But yeah, we're going to do a call next week. We'll have all 6 partners on there. We'll get a little marketing for that, and then launch it. And so your community gains is they can actually get some. Make something with their token, right? They can stake the Happy token, and what you guys get is them locking it with an LP, which is what every project's goal is.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Absolutely.
I have some more questions about the staking. Okay, so the staking, is it currently going to be a placeholder that's just keeping track of like how much you have and how long it's been in there, or how is that working given the Apex token's not out yet?
No, so it's going to be literally issuing the Apex token itself to the stakers. We're just not going to launch a liquidity pool until after a certain amount of time. That it allows people to acquire it only via the staking of the 6 initial partner projects or the Apex token itself, which you have to first earn from staking with our partner projects. So it kind of gives people like, a ahead of the game, sort of a quote unquote pre-sale, if you will, without it actually being a pre-sale, ahead of time before we actually launch the liquidity pool to make it tradable.
Is there going to be some kind of way to make it where people can't create an LP before you do?
Yeah, so it's impossible for anyone to create liquidity for an ERC 314 token until the token owner creates it on with the way they work. So someone could technically create it, like if they wanted to on Trader Joe or something, but that means they would have to get a bunch of tokens and they would have to put in a bunch of AVAX to make it tradable. And if they want to do that, they can, but it doesn't really benefit them in any way. So, but on Apex, nobody can create LP until we first create that LP. So we'll be the ones setting the price of it on Apex. And if somebody did do that on Trader Joe, after we create it on Apex and set the actual price that we want it to be at, arbitrage would occur and fix everything on Trader Joe anyways. So there's not really much to be concerned with on the external ecosystems from Apex.
Yeah, my main thing which is why I'm asking, is because if people create a pool with too little, and by definition of the screeners is 10 AVAX minimum of 10 AVAX paired with it, I believe. It flags it as too low initial liquidity and gives bad ratings. Oh,
you're talking about on deck screener and stuff?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'll think about how to maybe handle that. I'm not sure it's too much of an issue overall, but I'll think about that a little bit. But because the overall idea was to kind of give your guys' community a first chance shot at earning the Apex token while also benefiting you guys, because the only way to get that would be through staking either your guys' liquidity or single-sided staking if you wanted that to offer that as well.
Yeah,
so that was kind of behind this. And I know other dexes in the past have done something similar where they only their platform token was only available via staking to begin with. So that's kind of where the idea came from a little bit.
Yeah, and it works wonderfully, and most of the time, if the community says, "Hey, just please don't do this unless you have enough to do it right,"
yeah,
most communities will listen. Sometimes you get someone who wants to sabotage something, though.
Yeah. But if that's the case, that's fine. We'll direct everybody to Apex and make them trade there.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, so that kind of covers all this stuff. I tried to make it as simple, straightforward, seamless as possible for everybody to incorporate into their current projects. So if you guys don't have any more questions for now, that's all I've got. If you have more questions between now and launch time, definitely shoot them over to me. I'm more than willing to talk it out. So,
how much can we share with our communities right now?
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's a good question. I mean, we've kind of leaked a little bit of it to a few, a little bit of the Ballin community, and I know I brought it up in the Squarecast space. So,
if you want to link it to your community.
Yeah.
You probably ask not to go post it all over Twitter right this second.
Right.
But if you want to start having a little conversation with your community, I think that's good.
Yeah, let them know it's kind of coming and looking for something new on Apex and partnering with us, and you can mention stuff like staking and wrapping and things like that to them. But yeah, maybe don't go blasting it on Soul Saver or something yet.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, I'm not going to release any of this recording until after launch.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So,
any other questions? Bitbeard, do you have anything?
I'm fucking talking away here. Mike is please. No, I was just saying I'm good. I got a benefit because I got ZX close by, so he understands this shit a lot better than I do, and you and him probably talk a lot more than we do. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll make. No, I got no questions. I'm just hyped.
Awesome, man.
Just gotta know what I mean. Like that, I want to know just what I can leak and what I can't leak, so I
Sure.
can just tell the community like we got some big stuff cooking. You're gonna be able to just buy Hefe just another easy way, essentially. So
Yeah.
Right. And be able to stake it and make an additional token, right?
Take it and
yeah,
earn.
exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
and earning. So, what do you? What is the long term vision with the Apex token?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So we'll continue to update you guys. You guys are all on the channel. Bitbeard, you mentioned somebody else. If you want me to add them to that main Discord channel where everybody's in, just let me know. Just send me his contact and I'll add him to that channel so that he can receive the information as well. So we'll update there as we progress. If there's any issues or delays, we'll let you guys all know there. And then we'll once that we know that we're good, we'll reach out and schedule the spaces and launch it with everybody.
What do you
The
need?
sooner you can let me know, the better. That way I can just get the hype going here ASAP. Like if I could announce when we're doing that space on Wednesday or something, that'd be sweet. But I mean, whatever, it is what it is. But I really, I think this is cool shit that you guys are doing, and I want to make sure I can support it maximum amount.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. We appreciate it.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
What do you need from us to get started with adding our coins?
So I got some stuff to finalize and everything on my end, but all I'll actually need from you guys once we get closer to it is the wallet address that you want to be the owner of the token, of the ERC-314 token, because I'll have to whitelist that in the wrapper factory contract so that you'll have the rights to go there and actually create it for BAWLS, for Hefe, for Square Cat, whatever it'll be.
Okay, cool.
And then whenever we get to that point, I can also kind of give you the code that you'll put on your website to embed the component into it. It's just like I showed you, just a few lines. It's super, super simple. And as we get closer to that launch date, we can line all that stuff up.
And one other question: can the wallet that we create it with be different than the transaction fee wallet?
The wallet that you create it with be different than the Oh, you're talking about like if you have trading fees? Or
yeah.
Yeah, so the one that can claim, you can always change this. There's a fee collector address. You can set this after it's created to anybody you want to, and only that wallet can come in and claim trading fees if you have trading fees set on your token.
Okay, cool. So I could set it where I can use the team wallet as opposed to my own for the fee collector.
Yeah, absolutely. So you could have one wallet be the owner, one wallet be the fee collector, and then that wallet comes here and just clicks boom, claim fees whenever you have some available, and it would deposit into that fee collector wallet.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right, I feel like I could ask a million questions, but really this is just for marketing purposes at that point.
That's all good.
But
you can always ask like in chat and stuff too.
Yeah, that group chat that's what it's going to be for. So if you have questions, and like I said, so Bitbeard, you mentioned that other person. If you want me to add him there, just let me know, and I can add him to that group too. So anybody can ask questions, and we'll put like notifications and stuff out to everybody as we progress. Because obviously we want to be able to get the date set and all the information out as soon as possible, so everybody can start typing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. 100%, boys. Well, good fucking job, boys. Bifkn needed someone like you, mybad, to fucking get out there and tell people about this thing because he's so damn busy building it. So keep up the good work, boys. And this thing is gonna. I mean,
thank you.
We hardly have any fucking volume on chain. Like, what do we do in volume today? Like 20 million, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, the fact that we're here doing this shit, I mean, it's gonna be definitely 100% worth it. So
Absolutely.
I'm
We're
stoked
trying.
to be a part of it, and yeah, just keep it up, guys.
Definitely will, man. We appreciate it. We love the support and stuff. So we're gonna keep going.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Any
Yeah.
suggestions or comments, just like I said, let me know.
Yeah, just send them in
for
chat,
sure,
message.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, message either of us. So
You got it.
awesome. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for making the time work for me and everything else. And yeah, we'll stay in touch.
Awesome, man. Sounds good.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
You guys have a good night.
All right, you
Yeah,
too.
you as well.
Bye.
See ya.